everyone, and welcome back to Mr. Anderson's Algebra 1 lessons. Today, if you're taking a look at my paper, you can see I have a coordinate plane and a quadratic equation. Actually, I gotta set it equal to 0. Now it's a quadratic equation. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to find all the pieces like we did yesterday and plot them on this graph right here. So I'm going to start with a basic quadratic, and we're going to build off of yesterday. And so first I'm going to find the y-intercept. And finding the y-intercept, I need to make all of the x's 0, because when I'm looking for the y-intercept, that's where x is equal to 0 when it crosses the axis. So all of these go to 0, and I find that my y-intercept is in fact 35. So y equals 35, negative 35, excuse me, and that gives me a y-intercept of 0 and negative 35. Okay? So after I find that, I'm going to find the x-intercepts. So let's go to x-intercepts, and I need to set the equation equal to 0 here. And when I find the x-intercepts, I need to factor this guy so that it generates two ordered pairs for me, or two little equations that I can solve and get the intercepts that way. So I'm looking for two numbers that multiply to negative 35 but add to negative 2, and that is x minus 7 times x plus 5. Negative 7 plus 5 is negative 2, and if I multiply these two guys together, they give me negative 35. So there's my two little guys, and I'm going to solve the equation. X minus 7 equals 0, and x plus 5 equals 0. So solve each side on this guy by adding 7. X equals 7, and my ordered pair is 7 and 0. And on this side, I have minus 5 on each side. X equals negative 5. Negative 5 and 0 is right there. So that's my x-intercepts. Sweet. And now I can find my vertex. But before I find my vertex, I need to find my A, my B, and my C. A is going to be 1. B is negative 2. Which is going to be nice, because when I find my vertex, I have to use the negative b over 2a and f of negative b over 2a. So my x coordinate of my vertex is negative times negative 2 over 2 times 1, which is just 2 over 2. So the x coordinate of the vertex is 1, and the y coordinate of the vertex I get by taking this 1 and plugging it back into the original equation. So that would give me 1 squared minus 2 times 1 minus 35. So y of the vertex is equal to 1 minus 2 minus 35, and that's y coordinate of the vertex is equal to negative 36. So that gives me the vertex of 1 and negative 36. So now what I've just done is I found the y-intercept, the two x-intercepts, and the vertex of this quadratic, and now I can plot. Now this is going to be a little tricky because I'm going to have to change the window of my plane here. So I always like to look at how far down or how far up of the y-axis I'm going to have to go. It looks like negative 35 for the y-intercept and negative 36 for the vertex. So I'm going to count by tens along the y-axis. And I'm just going to do this right like this. So this would actually be 40, 30, 20, 10, there's 0, negative 10, negative 20, negative 30, negative 40. Okay? So that's my y-axis. Zoom in here a little bit. Okay? And then along the x-axis, I'm going to go by 3's this way. And let's count by the biggest number, 7. So I could go by 2's here. So I could go 2, 4, 6, 8, and this would be 10. So yeah, let's do that. Count by 2's. So you got 2, 4, 6, 8. And you got -2, -4, -6, -8, -10. So I'm going to plot the first order pair at 7, 0 for the x-intercept, and that's about here. -5 and 0, it's about there. Okay. Now the y-intercept is 0 and 35. That's here. And the y-intercept, I'm gonna go just about there. Not the prettiest little graph you ever did see. Actually, scratch that. It's over on this side. It's a positive 1. Actually, not -1. I was wondering, I was looking a little off. So that's about there. No worries. And then I just fill in my little graph. Give it a little shape. Go up like that. I can draw my line of symmetry down the middle. Line of symmetry. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is your graph given this specific quadratic equation, finding the vertex, x-intercepts, and y-intercepts. I hope you enjoy. Come back next time.